Hello there, sorry from 17 once again. This is my Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Mode video walkthrough. We are taking on the Twilight Thorn. He is the first boss of the game and a pretty intimidating one for new players or people who aren't used to, shall we say, a slightly harder difficulty in their Kingdom Hearts. So at the very beginning here it's introducing you to the concept of these reaction commands. Very similar to the dude off the first game, only this version is a nobody, of course. And how this fight is going to work is we're going to be using a mixture of offense and defense. I know that might sound obnoxious, but Kingdom Hearts is one of those kind of games where being constantly aggressive actually works. And it works because the game rewards mashing. And I'm going to debate and discuss this at further length after this moment, because this is not the video to do it. And I'm going to discuss the parts of it I enjoy, the parts of it I don't, the positive and negative stigma attached to it, and so on. But for the purpose of this fight, you want to attack him right now. So if you can do the aerial combo here, which is attack as you're coming down like that, you'll be able to do a full combo quicker than any other combo. When he flies away like this, get to the side of the platform to dodge him, and then he'll be vulnerable for a while. But what's going to happen is he embeds his claws, and he starts firing weird shit at you right now. It's kind of unfurling darkness / nobody magic, and it does hurt. There are also ambient enemies that are going to gang up on you, so get a little bit of damage on the boss. As soon as you start taking a little bit too much, move over to the far hand side of the room here. None of those swirly magical attacks can hit you, and wait for the enemies to turn up. When these creatures turn up, kill each of them and they'll drop life. They take about 2 combos, give or take. They give you 3 P. And once they're dead, the boss is going to start firing these at you. So all you have to do here is press triangle. Keep pressing triangle until you can get the counter that puts you near his face. When you're near his face, combo him. I failed there because I didn't press the second triangle to get in range before I started attacking, and thus I lost an opportunity to damage him. But this isn't a speedrun, this is just a walkthrough, and I'm going to be a little bit more tentative with this sequence here to show you what you should be doing if you want to. Well, aside from that, don't do that. Of course, if you touch the legs, they do have an AoE. There's a lot of instances in this game where that's a factor. Incredibly dangerous too, because you don't realise just how damaging they can be on critical mode. So, I'm getting screwed by the lock-on a little bit here, because the lock-on on this game is god-awful, but once again, we're going to talk about these things later on. All we're doing here is repeating the formula that worked before. We're killing the flunkies, they're giving us little bits of life, then we're using these counter abilities to get to the boss's face. Once we're at his face, we're going to unleash our standard attack combo, and we're going to rinse and repeat. This boss looks kind of simple when I'm showing you how to approach each of these encounters, but it's one of those things where, if you're anything like I was when I first played Kingdom Hearts back in the day, you know, the mentality wasn't really to have that much strategy because the button mashing worked so well. So a lot of people, when they go on to proud mode or critical mode, they play like they did before, where they just run around smacking things, getting all excited, and it looks awesome, and they forget that they are in fact vulnerable, and that's where a lot of people are going to fail on these first few sequences. But this is the same repeated reaction sequence. It's a little bit long, but it's a good introduction to what's going to be happening later. And the one disappointing thing about these moments is there is no timing penalties. So you do not have to press any of those buttons at the right time, guys. You can literally, as soon as it begins, you can mash triangle. You don't have to time any of it, and there's no penalty. It's very bizarre, but it's the way they decided to handle the game. So whenever you're in a reaction mode, if you want to, you know, feel like you're doing something, press them when it comes up on the screen and try and challenge yourself that way. But there is literally no reason to do anything other than just bash. And once again, another strange choice in a game that has a lot of strange choices, which I'm going to discuss at length during this fun walkthrough. So thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.